Hello, people. I'm here on a Monday morning, 14th of April. Cheers. Not too much on my plate this morning. It's a Monday. There's some kind of street um, work going on my outside, and so it's going to be kind of noisy in my neighborhood today. Not much to really on my plate this morning. So for a minute, I was not going to even get on. But I said, let me just say hello. At the very least, I can tell you about my night listen. I don't have any records except for the ones that I bought this weekend, which I've been playing. And I will review. We'll just keep talking and just go. So last night, I put this on again. Well, not again. I think I finally got to it. I was showing this to you a while back. Or A Storm of Drones. The Ambient trilogy. It's a bunch of different folks doing ambient stuff. And I listened to disc number 2. So let me get this straight here. Disc number 2, subtitled Environmental. So interestingly, I put it on and it wasn't restful. It was ambient, but it was not restful. It was like it starts off with the sound of thunder. And interestingly, when I had to get up this morning before getting up for the day, I put it back on and clicked to the second track, realizing that I fell asleep before hardly anything had played. And so I ended up listening this morning to more of this. I had shown this a while back. A Storm of Drones, put out in part by Asphodel. Interesting label. So what I listened to was stuff by Michael Stearns, Ellen Fullman, Alan Lamb, Steve Roach, DJ Spooky. And it was good. But like I say, not restful. There was even one point where I didn't realize what I was playing until this morning, that there was the sound of the wind at one point. And it's actually kind of windy right now. We're supposed to be getting up to 40 mile per hour today in Omaha. And at one point I wasn't sure, is that the wind or is that the recording? And it was the recording. So that was my night listen. And a few nights ago I didn't listen because it was so warm. I had the fan on, so you can't really listen. But before that, a few nights ago, I'd been meaning to play this because last time I listened to it, I thought it was good, but something about it I didn't like. And it's this Geoff Smith, 15 Wild Decembers. And this is put out by Sony Classical. I remember when I saw this, I thought to myself, well, it's on the Sony Classical, so I'm interested in that. The piano playing on here is what I like. Geoff Smith's piano playing. There's a Nicole Walker, that's her in front. Don't like those vocals. To turn off. Some of the music is somewhat like Philip Glass. He's obviously a trained musician, but her voice she has to me an exaggerated type of tremolo, which to me is annoying. So this was kind of a bummer. I actually had to take it off after a while. So I'm not getting into that voice, and that's really taken away from the music. So that's one to share with you. And I told you that over the weekend I had received, come on now, there it is. I had received this album from Paul Pavlovich, who runs a small label called Roman Numeral, Appropriate Savagery. I gave this a full listen yesterday. And if you see this, Paul, I'm going to compliment you. I can see why you put this out. This is gorgeous. Yeah, this is real good. Probably the best thing. You sent me a package of your releases before, and to my memory, this is the best you've sent me so far. 3 Flickering Horns, Forever Framed. This is not just one thing. This moves through several phases. I love the color, the vinyl. It's really pretty, isn't it? But it deserves this. The music and the execution of the ideas deserve this fine presentation. This is very, very good. Some real nice textures going on besides just the melodic things happening here. The choice of sound patches on here, fantastic. This is very good, actually, Paul. These days there's so much music that it's hard to get noticed, beyond just a small group of people. But this deserves your attention, people. Appropriate Savagery. This is beautiful. I love stuff like that. Yeah. You chose well to put that album out. So when I look at some other people's videos, and I've been watching the Record Store Day pickups, so much of that Record Store Day stuff that people are excited about, I just think it's just rehash time. And so they just don't interest me at all. And I don't listen to that much jazz, actually. I mean, jazz is in my life, but I'm a rocker, and I'm not a rock and roller, but I'm not a jazzer. I'm a sound person, so haven't shown much jazz lately. I go through periods where I'm not listening to hardly any jazz at all. But this is a jazz album. A vocal jazz album. Karin Krog, Don't Just Sing. You know this lady? European. I forget what country. Is she Norwegian, possibly? I know that she's recorded with Terry Ripdahl and people like that. Jazz vocalist. An original, not trying to sound like anybody else, not trying to imitate Ella Fitzgerald or anything like that. And she is good at vocalese, wordless scat singing. Yes, she's from Norway. I'm seeing, that's what I thought. She's from Norway. And she's played with some of the best. It's a very comprehensive story in here. So, for a jazz entry, here you go. Karin Krog. Krog? I don't know, just sing. I mean, she plays with Dexter Gordon is on here, John Sermon, Steve Kuhn, okay? This is some good stuff. For you jazzers, maybe you don't know about this woman, Karin Krog. Okay. Let me just see if there's anything else. Just right quick. I need it. It's funny, when I was down at Grapefruit, I wanted to get more plastic sleeves, and as I was doing something, I heard Simon say to David, don't sell any plastic sleeves until the next order comes in. So much for that. I'll have to wait. Let's see. any other C. Mostly this is, yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not a big jazz person. I will share this, that I recently had this on the computer. Allan Holdsworth, Atabacron, however you say the word, with his Star Trek uniform on the cover there. Tony Williams on drums here on some of the tracks. Listening closely to Allan Holdsworth's solos, it's like his solos were very unusual, almost unworldly, where it's like he's trying to say something that he doesn't even know exactly what he's trying to say, and some of it comes out and some of it is still like not completely formed. His work is just intense, and he is indeed one of my favorites. So I'll just share that and keep it short today. I'll say happily that once again yesterday I had another sale. Let's keep it going. One sale a day would make a difference in my life. I don't know why this one is on people's minds, but from the archives, I sold another one. 3 days in a row, I've sold a copy of this album. I'm very proud of this music. Well, that's one of my collages. There I am on the back. Photo by Scott Drickey, local photographer who used to work for Sub Pop Records. He's done several videos for them. Here's the inside. I'll even show the disc because I reproduced some more of my collage artwork for the disc. This one is selling. I'm very pleased, but I've got several other titles besides this. Someone was asking yesterday about how they buy my CDs. I left the address, but no purchases yet. Nothing, no results yet. So come on. That's just one, okay? I'll keep it there, folks. My sister is still working on trying to save her home, so I wish her the best of luck with that. And she needs more money than I can give her. Okay, folks, take care.